everybody, it's Topwater Johnny, and in this bass fishing video, we're going to be fishing with the Headbanger Spitfire Topwater lure with the little jitterbug front. So we're going to put this one into action and see if we can get some topwater action. Let's go. Whoa, there we go. Yeah! Woo, holy cow, folks. Topwater Johnny here, man. This is what we came here for. Look at that. Get back here. Look at that right there. That's the kind of beast that we came here for. There we go. Woo! At that one. Hooked. Hey everybody, it's Topwater Johnny here. We are out at a lake here, and we are going to be putting the Headbanger Spitfire to the test today and really see if it is how effective this lure is. So I'm going to be doing some testing on it here, so you're going to see it in action, do a little bit of testing on it, but predominantly I'm going to fish with this because this is a really nice topwater lure. So I want to just put it in action and see what it does. So let's go ahead and get started now. All right, everybody, here it is, the Headbanger Spitfire with that jitterbug front on the front end of it here. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and do our little testing on this thing and see what we get. All right, first thing, just so you know, I'm going to put it on some actual spinning tackle. I've got it on braid here because this is a topwater lure, so the line won't need to be down in the water or anything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and cast it out here, and it's a big lure, so when it hits, it's going to make a big splash when it actually hits the water. And what I do is I normally throw it out, and I normally will let the rings dissipate, or I will simply pop it one time. Like if there's a bass that's right where I happen to throw, then when it lands, I want to kind of give it a pop, and then I start to do my retrieve in, because that bass might react to it because it's in its territory or in its space. And then I just kind of bring it in here. And like I said before, it does a real jitterbug movement here. And that's really what it's doing here. So let me guys show this to you guys here. It's sitting there, as you can see, it's sitting there in the water. And then as it goes, it starts to have an S movement there. Now that it's out there and you can see it, then watch when I pull it. You can see it does that, and it has like a little, really a nice little, also a nice little bubble trail will develop if you really are cranking it hard. Throw it back out there again, pull it, and that jitterbug is wailing, and the joints are actually moving right to left there. One more time here so that you guys can see that. And it has a noise as well. So it actually makes a kind of a rhythmic kind of like beating noise while it's going along. So it's making noise, and that jitterbug is making it go right and left there as well. So it's doing a whole lot of things right there, as you can see it moving across there. So the tail, and it's jointed, so that makes it have extra action as well. It doesn't have the biggest tail in the back, so it's not kicking back water, but it is dispersing bubbles along the way. Okay, as you can see here, this kind of lure, in my opinion, is one that you can throw, definitely if they're busting, throw where they're busting at, but also definitely, as you can see right here, down the weed line right here, because this kind of lure is going to definitely look like a fleeing fish that's actually running. So I want to throw it out there. I always give it a little pop, let the rings dissipate, and then I start to bring it in. And if there are any followers, or if there's anything around it, if I go over any fish, then chances are they'll come up and they will bust on it as well. So what I wanted to do, you guys, was give you just a little glimpse into this Headbanger, this actual Headbanger Spitfire lure right here. As I said before, got the bluegill pattern here. This looks really good. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep on fishing this, and then we're gonna see what happens. All right. There we go. There we go. We got one, everybody. He took it. He took it, everybody. We were on the Spitfire. We were on the Spitfire right there, and he took it. All right. Hey, everybody, Topwater Johnny. Not the biggest bass, but he bit that little Spitfire, and we got him in the shallows. So we're going to have to say that this was a success with the Spitfire lure, because we did get one on it. So we're going to keep on going and see what happens. All right. Okay, everybody, here he is. Not the biggest bass, a little skinny, but we got him on the lure that we were wanting to get him on, which was that Spitfire. So we're going to let him go now. Okay. There we go. Woo! That Spitfire. There we go. Wow, we got him. Woo! Oop, there we got him. Thank you. Yes, I saw that one too. All right, you too. Look at that one, everybody. That Spitfire. Boom, top water. Got that one. All right. Hey, everybody, Topwater Johnny, man. You saw that one on top water, and he exploded on that Spitfire. That was a nice hit right there. And we got him, we hooked him good, and we got him in. So no complaints. All right. All right, everybody, on that Spitfire, we got him. That was a nice explosion out there. All right. Nice one. Probably about a little over a pound right here. Okay. There we go. Headbanger. There we go. There we go. All right. On the Headbanger. All right. Nice one. There we go, everybody. On that Headbanger. Spitfire. All right. All right, everybody. There he is right there on that Headbanger Spitfire. All right, everybody. We got one here along those edges on that Headbanger Spitfire. So that's another nice one right here. So that lure is proven effective. Okay. Okay, everybody. Nice one right there. All right. No complaints. There we go. There we go. On that Headbanger. All right. Headbanger. All right, everybody. The Headbanger is proven. All right, everybody. There he is. Nice one. All right. This Headbanger is banging here with these Spitfire. We getting them in the shallows, and we're getting them around. So there's no complaints. This lure has proven itself to be an effective little jitterbug type swim bait top water lure. So no complaints. All right. Okay, there we go. Nice one. Hey everybody, it's Topwater Johnny here. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. In this video, we were looking at the Headbanger Spitfire, and as you saw, it put in some work. So I'm really, really happy with this lure. It was really good to get a topwater lure going here, get some topwater bites. And so I'm just happy about that all the way around. Never tired of a topwater hit. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back to the studio and I'll give you my closer look at the lure and my final thoughts. All right. All right, everybody, here is from Headbanger Spitfire. This is their top water lure right here. And this lure actually is 4.5 inches in length. The weight is 3/5 ounces, and it's got number 6 treble hooks on it as well. As you can see, this is actually a jointed type of top water lure here. So it's got jointed pieces here. But what makes this lure so unique is the front here, where you tie on here. This lure is designed to create lots of water disturbances and reaction bites, as well as drawing the bass up from lower depths. So this right here really does give it a lot of action and a lot of movement. And because it's a jointed bait, it's going to have a lot of kicking and a lot of movement with it as well. This right here is actually the bluegill pattern, and it's really designed to go after those bass in dirtier water to really draw them up and pull them toward the surface. So this is the actual lure itself right here. And once again, this is the Spitfire Topwater Lure. All right. Hey everybody, it's Topwater Johnny here. Hope you enjoyed that video there. Had a great time using that lure. Once again, the lure in the video that we were fishing with is the Headbanger Spitfire right here, this lure right here. And I want to give a very special shout out to Uneath Harrison. He was the gentleman that posted in my description box or in my comment area that I should check out this lure. So Uneath Harrison, I just want to say thank you so much for giving the recommendation on this Headbanger Spitfire right here. This lure was an awesome lure to fish with, and I'm definitely going to continue to fish with it here. I want to give you guys some special things about this lure just so that you guys can keep in mind as you go forward. I actually bought this lure on Headbanger Lures, that's plural, lures with an S.com. This is the 4.5 and it's in the gill. And the price on their website is $14.99. Just so that you guys kind of know how much this lure would cost right here. Also, I fished this in the video as you saw. I fished it on a bait caster and I fished it also on spinning tackle as well. And what I found was that the spinning tackle seemed to me to feel a lot better for this lure here. So I had it on my 7-foot rod. The braid was 30 pounds. That was a yellow line you saw. That was 30 pounds. And I actually had a leader on it as well, as you can see right here. So I had it tied to a leader so that this actual piece right here could really swing back and forth and give off a lot of action here. When you are thinking about fishing this particular lure, some things I want you to keep in mind is that this is one of those lures that you can fish in open water or you can fish inside of cover. As you saw in the video, I was throwing it into the grass areas where there was grassy areas, running it through. You saw me get a nice explosion in open water as well. So this lure can work when there's shallow grass or in open water as well. Also, another thing about this lure is this is really a 24-hour lure. You can fish this in the morning, in the evening, or bluebird skies in the daytime as well. If the bass are busting, this is the kind of lure that you'd want to try to throw where they're busting at. But if they're in the shade and in the shallows, this is a lure you can throw in the shade and the shallows to attract those bass and pull them up. So really, this is really a great all-around lure. So I would definitely recommend it to those that are watching the video. This would be one that I would add to my tackle box because it really allows you to have a lot of use of this lure. You don't have to really specialize in one place only. You can throw it in a lot of different places, a lot of different times of the day. So that's why it's a really good lure to have in your tackle box. Also, it's a lure that, as you saw in my testing, you got to get used to it because you got to get comfortable with a more slower retrieve at first, and then as you see the jitter bug in the front really starting to move, then you can start to reel it a little bit faster. But it works great also on dead calm days And it works also when there's a chop on the water as well, because that jitterbug action really does get those bass to notice it. So that's what I have to say about the Spitfire here. Also, the next coming up video I'm going to share with you guys is, and this is something that's you're going to notice here on my channel a little bit different, is that along with pure topwater lures, you're going to see me fishing with some swim baits. And here's why. What I've come to realize is that when you're fishing swim baits in the shallows, that is like a topwater lure or a wake bait. The way that they move and the way that they attract bass. And I've been always looking for topwater lures to fish with. But the whole new world has opened up to me with swim baits, because some of these swim baits are floating swim baits. And so it's not about fishing them deep, but it's about fishing them shallow in shallow areas. And they have such a lifelike appearance that I really believe that the bass will truly key on them and explode on them just like they will a topwater lure. So what you're going to see me doing is incorporating a lot more swim baits into the videos here, but they're always going to be fish normally in the shallow area, in the weeds, because they look like what the bass are feeding on. So on Thursday, you're going to see at least 5 of my topwater swim bait lures that I'm fishing with right now. And I'm going to kind of do a review of them, talk to you about them, kind of explain them to you and how I'm using them and the equipment. So that's coming up at the end of on Thursday of this week here as well. So at this point, what I'd love for you guys to do is please like, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, because that's a big thing here. Hit the like button, because that really helps as always here. If you got any questions about the actual Headbanger here, please put those down below. I'll comment on them as well, give you my thoughts and feedback on it. But at this point, this wraps up the video. So I want you guys to always remember that phrase. Keep your line tight, because when you hit those topwater lures, especially that Headbanger Spitfire, it's going to be a big bite. I'll see you in the next video.